Today is actually the last official day of the New Hampshire deer season, gun season. And I wasn't going to come out. I was going to stay on the couch and watch football. But I was compelled. Nobody ever shot a buck sitting on the couch watching football. So, yeah, I'm out in a spot that I brought the snowshoes today. I'm dressed kind of light, but I'm going to be moving and I'm going to be going uphill. Got a lot of buck activity up here this fall, and I've got some pictures of some nice bucks, but some nice bucks have been taken out of this piece of property as well. It does get a fair amount of hunting pressure. Today's the last day of the gun season. I don't see anything fresh, so I don't think there's anybody in here today, but it's a big piece of property. So stick around, we'll see what happens. I promise, this is the last day that I'll be hunting in 2018. A little bit more of an exploratory hunt than thinking I'm going to get something. You never know, but I do want to scout out a couple of places that they may have gone, because, I mean, it won't be long till they start shedding their antlers. Bobby was telling me a guy brought in a buck to register this morning, and when they shot it last night, when they got to it, it had crashed and one of its antlers had come off at the pedicle, like it was ready to shed. And when they grabbed the other side to drag it, that antler came off. He said it was a nice big 7-pointer. It weighed 180 something, which 180 at this time of year, bucks are pretty run down from the rut. So antlers will be falling soon, especially we've had no acorns this year, no beech nuts. So the deer are going into the winter probably without a lot of fat reserves. And it has been snowy and cold since before Thanksgiving, and that stresses the deer out. And I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we found antlers as early as the week of Christmas. Well, that's only 2 weeks away. But I also want to get an idea where these deer are going, and give me some ideas where to look for sheds. You know, hopefully we don't get a whole lot more snow, and anything that falls on this is going to stay right on top. Man, it's a beautiful day. Look at that sky, just cobalt blue. Barely a cloud. Really nice. Just a blessing to be out in the woods. You look at this. This deer was coming down here, got into the mud. These tracks right here with the mud on them, I mean, that's still pretty darn fresh. He's heading back that way, down into the swamp probably. That's interesting. I mean, at least I know they're moving through here more recently than, 3, 4, 5 days ago. That was made today. I mean, that was made probably, that was not made very long ago. I would say definitely since this morning. Came down off of that hardwood ridge. There's a big cut up on the top up there. I wouldn't be at all surprised if they were feeding up in there. I'm going to try to work my way around this hill and get up to that big cut. It's kind of overgrown, but there is a lot of blackberries in there, and I'm sure they're feeding on some of those. Like I said, we had no mass this year as far as beech nuts and acorns. So you're going to find them. They're browsing. They're eating blackberry tops. They're browsing on the shoots coming out of the stumps, especially the maples. That's where I'm headed, up towards where they've been cutting. It's way up. Way up. But I'm feeling good. take a break as I was heading up this hill because I didn't want to get overheated. So take a little break, let things quiet down a little bit, just keep my eyes open on the hills around me. You know, if a buck was walking, no matter how much noise I was making down there, crunching on the snow, he's a quarter mile away. He never heard me. He could come popping up over the hill, over one of these opens at any time. So I'm going to go a couple hundred yards, and I'm going to stop, and I'm going to sit. And I'm just going to keep leapfrogging and doing that, overlooking some promising areas. So a couple more minutes sitting here, and then I'm heading up. I kind of like walking alongside of this stream just because the sound of that running water covers a little bit of my noise. Good to take advantage of that, I think. And what do I know? All right. Well, I found a place to park myself for a while. This is, I just came up this trail behind me. I came to the intersection of that trail that goes up to that cut, and there's just deer tracks everywhere. A lot of them old, a lot of them fresh. And then coming down this cut, there's a little valley that goes up through here. My tree stand is about 300 or 400 yards up that way. I'm not even going to go all the way up to my tree stand because of all the sign I'm seeing in here. This area up here behind me was cut off pretty intensely, and it's grown back in a lot of raspberries and a lot of stumps that are sprouting browse. So there's a good deer trail right up in front of me. It's a little bit after 3 o'clock. I'm just going to sit here for a while, and I just got to stop the crunching. The crunching is just too loud. So stick with me. I'm going to stick right here. Got the sun is still up behind me, but it'll be going down here in the next hour or so. Be getting down low in the sky. We'll see what happens. Time to be quiet. Just gonna sit here and watch this valley. There's a trail goes right through there, and there's another one that goes over there. Sit here for a while, be quiet, see what happens. Got up there, I think it's a bear. Oh yeah, there's a bear. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, bear season is closed. See if I can get him on the camera. He was kind of angling up that hill. Well, that was pretty cool. I saw some movement over there, but it didn't look like a deer. I just saw its legs and then got a glimpse of it. It was going behind those beech trees over there. Nice bear. I tried to get the camera on it. I don't know. We'll see when I get back to the house if it shows up on the computer at all. But yeah, today's the 9th of December. Been cold. We got a lot of snow. I'm really surprised the bears aren't underground yet. There's not much food for them to go after as far as acorns and stuff like that, so up over that hill. That was cool. Man, I wish I would have had a good camera. I could get them on film. Hard to get them on film between the GoPro and the phone. They had an extra long bear season here this year because there's a lot of bears. And in this zone, it went until November 30th. I didn't see many bears, but I didn't get out much this year. We got a lot of bears around here, though. It's very cool. Almost 4 o'clock. Well, sun's on its way down. I got a little bit of a walk out of here. So I'm going to start heading on out. Just what another gorgeous night. I couldn't let the last official day of deer season pass without getting in the woods. And I'm so glad I did. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous night. Saw a lot of deer sign. Didn't see any deer. Saw one small black bear. I don't think I got much footage of him, if any. Well, now it's official. This is the end of my 2018 deer season. Beautiful night. Man, I'm glad I decided to get off the couch and give it one more go. I just wouldn't have felt right. Man, it's just a glorious day. I thank God for every day that I can get out here and do this. So thanks for coming along again for my my last night of deer season 2018. And we'll see you on the next video, whatever it is. Take it easy.